My name is Modesta Mahiga. I am a global management consultant and a certified executive coach, a certified change management and project management professional, and business trainer. In my previous life, I was a lawyer and an advocate of the High Court of Tanzania, where I come from. And I'm currently consulting online to a global clientele across 6 continents. We're going to talk about the fact that there is no work and life divide. And so, what does that mean for organizations? We will go through then how to achieve work life organizational success. This issue of work and life divide comes up through my coaching engagements, as well as consulting for the multilaterals and the private sector organizations that I've mostly worked with. And what I share with my clients, which is what we're going to go through today, is there really is no such thing. The 360 leadership concept is that every area of your life affects absolutely every other area of your life. When you show up at work, you're showing up as all of you. There is no longer the facade that people can compartmentalize, and people should compartmentalize their personal lives and their professional lives. Not to say that you let everything of your personal life spill over at work, nor that you deal with your family and friends as you would with colleagues, but it's to say a person is made up of the spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, relational, financial, their health aspects, leadership, professional development, and ultimately, people want to live a life of purpose that has impact and leaves a legacy. And when a person shows up in the workplace, they have all of those things in mind. They're thinking of who they are, where they want to go, how this place serves them. They're thinking about school fees. They're thinking about a challenge maybe they have in their marriage. They're thinking about, it could be in the workplace and the challenges they have in the workplace, at home. So a person shows up in their totality. And it's time that the workplace, it's time that organizations recognize that and factor it into policy, into programs, to then create an environment that allows people to thrive as the 360 beings that they are. So, what does it actually look like to align work and life for organizational success? So, speaking to the CEOs, the directors, and I'm often speaking to the C suite executives, it looks like you as an individual acknowledging that you exist in a 360 reality. It looks like you saying, I show up at work as a person that has all of this background with my family, with my own aspirations, with it could be societal issues that I want to address. And once I leave work, the thoughts, the challenges, the workplace challenges, they don't go away. I am still a person that is processing all of those all the time. And so I need to be the first one to admit, to acknowledge that as a 360 being, I need to develop every area so that I can be authentic, I can be aligned, I can be healthy enough to deliver results in the organization. The second thing that a leader should do then is set the example. So I have this person in mind who recently had twins, and they're ahead of a significant organization. And as the head, you would think they cannot afford to take time off. Now, this is a man whose wife, just had twins, but he's taken paternal leave and really puts out a call to other men to do the same, because he understands his wife's health, his children's health, and he has 2 other little children, is important. His total life success is key if he is to deliver as he'd like to at work. And this kind of leadership, where you not just acknowledge the fact that, you know what, I am speaking to this person right now, but I know they're dealing with something in the marriage, or they have an issue with financial stewardship. I know that this person needs that they actually are holding 2, 3 other jobs, and so their performance here is compromised. It's not enough to just be aware and to say that you're a leader that accommodates the fact that people also have life happening to them. It requires you to take a step further and say, I am going to model it in my own life. I am going to be a leader that will steward my mental and emotional health well. I am going to be a leader that if I need help with financial management, I am going to go on that course. I'm a leader that's going to go for counseling if I have relational challenges. I'm a leader that's going to have mentors and is going to allow other people to speak into my life. If I am really to be a leader that has then the authority to be able to speak into other people's lives and to be able to lead others authentically. The third thing for you to do to really create work-life alignment and a culture of work-life alignment for organization success is then create the environment, create the space where other people who you now acknowledge exist in a 360 reality that cannot be ignored. These people will bring, whether they will voice them or not, but they will carry, and you will feel the effect. The organization, the department will feel the effect of other areas of their life in the workplace. And what does it look like then to create that kind of environment? It looks like creating policies that prioritize wellness. It looks like coaching managers to be able to spot challenges that people are going through, to be able to have those hard conversations that address what used to be in the domain of the personal life in the workplace, and then to have the budget, the programs, the support, internal or external, for people to address the areas in which they're struggling. Lastly, is creating the awareness, the repeated awareness where people can do not just 360 leadership assessments of each other, but do a 360 assessment of your life. See how you're doing spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, how you're doing, in your personal development, financially, relationally, your professional development, how you stand as a leader. And of course, leadership is influence. So how you're influencing others and how effective you are at that. And lastly, how meaningful you find your work and how meaningful you find your life. Meaning has become more important than money of recent, because people have so many options of where else they can generate income, where else they can earn money, how else they can spend their time, how else they can invest and get even better returns often than what their jobs, even their own businesses, would provide. People want to be associated with organizations, with leaders, with causes that have meaning. And often organizations will think about a package that is monetary in value, that is compensatory, that has financial value, without realizing that times have changed and people are more aware and more vocal and more influenced by whether or not they're working for an organization that is for purpose, an organization that cares about impact, that cares about making a difference. So this is all key to bring in. Now, I mentioned before that I'm an executive coach and a management consultant, and so we both design leadership development, succession planning programs, organizational development, change management development programs, and deploy them with clients, as well as working with individual leaders, whether you're C-suite, director level, manager, being considered for promotion and being considered for greater responsibility, help you become an effective 360 leader. and you want to work on yourself as a leader, whether you'd be interested in executive coaching. It has been the just joy of my life over the past 20 years to equip leaders and their organizations to thrive. And I welcome you to subscribe to Modesta Mahiga 360 Leadership Podcast, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And follow Modesta Mahiga LLC on LinkedIn. We have the Emerging Market Leadership newsletter that's really speaking to leaders in emerging market contexts. So if that's something that interests you, do subscribe to the Emerging Market Leadership newsletter that is under the Modesta Mahiga LLC page on LinkedIn. And of course, do join me and all the amazing leaders that we interview on the Modesta Mahiga 360 Leadership Podcast. Until next time, it's been a pleasure connecting with you, and I look forward to hearing from you. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.